We continue now our Courageous Conversation series here at 10 tonight. Our Dr. Brian Calfano explores the problems of online news sites that appear as factual but couldn't be further from the truth.
Part of self-help means getting the information you need to make decisions about the world around us. But the multitude of media sources we have to choose from can actually make things more difficult. In addition to legitimate media outlets competing for our attention, we're bombarded with information that can look like news, but is designed more to promote a cause or organization than it is to enlighten. So how do we become more media literate? That is, better able to discern what is news and what is noise? Well, there are now apps and experts to help guide the way.
Get off Facebook!
He's kidding, at least to some extent. But there's a kernel of truth to the notion that the Facebook news feed has fanned the flames of media illiteracy. Facebook isn't the only site to do this, but it's the one with the largest reach. So to figure out how to improve media literacy for everyone, I picked the brain of jury communication professor Dr. Jonathan Groves. And things got deep. Groves cut right to the heart of the matter.
When you look at your media diet, what you want to do is look at yourself first. So understand, what do you bring to the table as the consumer of these media stories and media sites? What are the things that make you afraid? What are the things that upset you? What are the things that make you angry? Because news is going to make you angry and afraid and activate emotions. And when your emotions are activated, you tend to be less rational as you're consuming your news.
But that sounds like you're asking people to play Socrates with themselves and figure out what motivates them, the whole know thyself idea. But people have things to do, right? They got to go places. They don't have time to think through all these things about themselves, or do they?
Exactly. I'm assigning homework. and that's why we take the easy way out in our news consumption. But if you're serious about not being manipulated, and you're serious about understanding the landscape and understanding news, you have to go through this process.
There's that really cool graphic that situates all of the active media sources.
Some people don't think it's a very cool graphic.
You don't like it? I mean, it gives them the sort of partisan distribution.
Right. I like it. What I like is I like the framework. I don't like necessarily the one that went viral on the web. And the reason why that's an issue is because not everybody is going to have the same grid.
So what can you do now to punch up your media literacy? One approach is to get news from apps that aggregate sources from a range of perspectives. The Smart News app is one example.
There's another site that's called All Sides, which is basically trying to identify, here's a take from the left, here's a take from the center, here's a take from the right, and you can look at all three stories. We're still running into the same problem of that's a lot of reading to do, right? And we're busy people, and we don't, unless we're heavily invested in the topic, we're probably not going to take the time to dig into it.
Okay, first thing on the road to improved media literacy is to download one of these aggregator apps. The next thing is to know thyself.
So if you know you're only spending 30 seconds on a topic and you're not an expert on it, you shouldn't be making judgments about it.
Good advice for boosting media literacy, which makes for real self-help in this fast-paced world. Brian Calfano, Ozarks First.